So we're talking about direct variation. Direct variation is a particular kind of linear equation. You can tell that it's a direct variation when it goes through the origin. So right here on the slide, it goes through the origin. It has the point 0, 0. So 0 is the y-intercept. Y varies directly as x. So if I tell you it varies directly, that means it's a direct variation. Y equals kx, and k is the constant of variation. Do you see that it's like y equals mx plus b? Basically, k and m are the same thing. They're the slope, but the b is 0 because it goes through the origin. There's a plus 0. Another way of writing it is k equals y over x because that's the ratio. Y divided by x is always going to give you the slope on a direct variation since there's no y-intercept. So the constant of variation, k, is the constant ratio of two variables. Wouldn't it be the change in y over change in x, except we can just do y over x. We can do it that simple in a direct variation because it is proportional. It's a direct relationship. The rise over the run is your slope. So let's look at this example. You see that x is increasing and y is increasing. What if I looked at the proportion, the ratio of y to x? 12 divided by 6 is 2. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 16 divided by 8 is 2. So what is the constant of variation? Isn't that also the slope? 2 is the slope. So you could write the equation y equals 2x. Because the slope is 2, the y-intercept is 0. Now let's look at this one. X is decreasing and y is decreasing. Can you figure out what the constant is, what the slope is? Well, wouldn't it be 3? Because 30 divided by 10 is 3. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. What about this one? X is decreasing, y is decreasing. What is the constant of variation? I hope you got 1/4 because, I hope you got 1/4 because -1 divided by -4, 1/4, -4 by -16, 1/4, etc. Can you find the constant of variation for this? I hope you said -2 because -8 divided by 4 is -2, etc. Is this a direct variation? I hope that you said it was because every time you divide y by x, you get a ratio of 3/2. Therefore, y equals 3/2 x is your equation. What about this one? Every time you divide by y by x, it will reduce to 5/2. It will be the same ratio every time. Therefore, there's the equation. What about this one? I hope you got no, because the ratio is not the same every time. Which one of these is a direct variation? Which equation goes with this table? So if you want to find an unknown, you can use a proportion. You can say y varies directly with x. They're telling us that y varies directly with x right here. That means right there that it's a direct variation. It also means you can use a proportion. Y is 27 when x is, 28 when x is 7. 28 divided by 7 is 4. That means that I should divide 52 by 4 and get my answer. So I found the constant and then I used my information about a direct variation. What about this one? Can you find the missing information? What about this one? What about this? A car uses 8 gallons of gas to travel 290 miles. How much gas will they use to travel 400 miles? Well, I'm going to just tell you it's a direct variation. So if you know it's a direct variation, you can make your table, find your constant, and then use your equation to find your unknown. Let's do the same thing for this. It's a direct variation. As his wages vary directly. That right there tells you it's a direct variation. So can you find the constant? So we've already told you this, that the m's the slope, the b is 0. So the graph always goes through the origin. So tell me yes or no on these, on a direct variation.